Welcome YouTubers. In this video, we are going to learn about some of the new features in Google Earth for Chrome. Google Earth for Chrome allows you to create projects that can take students around the world, and we are going to learn the process for completing and sharing one of those projects right now. Let's go ahead and get started. There are a number of ways to launch Google Earth for Chrome. Obviously, all of them require that you are using Google's Chrome browser. From any G Suite product, you can select the 9-square grid, scroll until you see the Earth icon, and then click on that. Alternatively, in a tab, you may type google.com/earth or earth.google.com. Please be aware the latter two require you to select the Launch Earth button in order to launch Google Earth. I already have Google Earth open in a tab right here. I'm going to give you a quick tour of some of the options on the left-hand side of the screen. The three bars are the menu. There are a number of options there that we will explore in this video today, as well as some that may be explored later in a deeper dive as they are beyond the scope of a basic introduction. Below that is the search option. The search right here allows you to search for anything in the world by typing it and then hitting enter or hitting the magnifying glass. Below the search is the Voyager. The Voyager has a number of pre-developed tours that are available for you to view and watch and share with others. You can scroll through here and find things that might be of interest to you or your content area. Below the Voyager is the I'm Feeling Lucky. It's basically a dice. If you click that, it will take you to some random place in the world and give you a little bit of information about that location. Below that are projects. We're going to focus heavily on projects in this video. We will do that in just a few minutes, but if I click on projects right there, you can see that there currently are not any, but I will show you how to create one in a short amount of time. Below that is the measure distance and area. This allows me to measure the distance of something by clicking on the screen, and I can also measure the area by completing a shape, and it will tell me the perimeter and the area. If I just draw one line, it will show me the distance of that particular line that I drew. I'm going to go ahead and close that. Continuing down with the options on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, there are the minus and the plus signs. Those allow you to zoom in and out. I would consider it a best practice to use a mouse. The scrolling wheel allows you to zoom in and out. If you are using a touchpad, you can certainly use those buttons, but it is a little bit more difficult, in my opinion, to do that. The compass allows you to reorient so that north is always pointing toward the top of your screen. 3D allows you to go between 2 and 3D so you can see the tilt of the earth depending on which mode you are in. The person allows you to go into street view, and the crosshair allows you to fly to your location. If you turn that or select that, you must turn on the option to allow Chrome to know your location. So make sure you click allow and it will fly to your current location. You can see the globe below that. It's showing where on the globe you are currently located and where you are looking at. Now that you know a little bit about some of the basic operations of Google Earth for Chrome, let's create a project that allows you to take your students around the world. Project is on the left-hand side of the screen, and if I click right here, I have the ability to create a new project. Once I select create, I need to select create project again. You probably don't want to create a KML file unless you have lots of experience with Google Earth Pro. Once you have created your project, you can name your project by clicking the pencil icon to the right of where it says Untitled Project, and I can call this Tour of GCSC Schools. I can also add a description below if I would like, and then I can start adding features to my tour. I can select a new feature, and I can choose if I want to search for a place by typing the name into the search menu and having Google Earth locate that. I can add a place mark by choosing something that is on my screen. I can draw a line or a shape, again, by drawing what is on my screen right now, or I can also add a full screen slide. I'm going to cover all of these very quickly as we create a basic tour of Greencastle Community Schools. So I'm going to add a place mark, and I'm going to drop it on Central Office right here, and I'm just going to call this GCSC Central Office. And I need to choose the project I would like to add it to. In this case, I only have one project, but if you have multiple projects, you will see all of your projects from a drop down there. So in this case, it's very easy to do that. I'm going to click Save. And now if I go over, I can see that the place mark has been added. If I click the pencil, I have the ability to edit that place mark. So I can now choose to add a picture. If I choose to add a picture, I can upload something. I can do a Google image search. I can add a video from YouTube. I can add something from my Google Drive. I can add a photo, or I can add a URL. I can also add a description of this location. So if I just want to put GCSC's Central Office Building, I can do that. Again, I have some options for changing the style and the type of font. I can also change the type of place mark, and I have the ability to capture the view that I would like. So let's say that I want to capture this as the view so that when this tour stop comes to this location, it's going to show Central Office from above. Now let's say that I want to drop a pin on the middle school. I can add a place mark by also selecting the icon right here in the lower middle portion of the screen. So if I select here, I can choose add place mark, and this time I'm going to drop it right here, and I'm going to call it GMS. And again, I only have one project, so it's easy to select, but if I have multiple projects, I would need to select the project. I'm going to hit save. And now let's say that instead of having the view from above, I want street view for the middle school. What I can do is I can grab the person right here and I can pull him and left click, hold down and drag, and I can drop him onto the street in front of the middle school. And Google Earth is going to fly into that location. I will need to use my mouse to rotate around. But once I have found the view that I would like, I can hit capture this view and that view will be captured. Again, I can add a description right here if I would like. I can also add a picture. So let's try adding just a Google image search for Greencastle Middle School. And there's the front of the building. Actually, I'll do this one. And then I will hit select. And that picture will be added. Just like all Google products, as you create and edit, everything is saved automatically. So I can click the back arrow right here, and that will take me back. If I hit the back arrow right here, that will take me back into the view from above, so I'm no longer in street view. Now let's say that I want to draw a line to show students leaving the middle school how they would walk to bus transfer. So I'm going to select a line, and I'm going to draw a line that represents them going to bus transfer. And again, when I'm finished with that line, I can press enter, and I will have the ability to edit that title. So I'm going to type bus transfer line, and again, I would need to choose the project. I'm going to hit save. So now I have 3 stops in my tour. Obviously, I could continue on. I could add one for the high school and the middle school and TZ and Ridpath and Deer Meadow, just the same as I have done for the buildings up to this point. You also have the ability to add a full screen slide. So if you click to add a feature, you can select full screen slide. And now let's say that I want a slide for the middle school. I can just type Greencastle Middle School and in the description, home of the Tiger Cubs. I can choose purple as it is the school color, and then I can preview that presentation. So that's what that particular feature is going to look like. And once I'm done, I can go back. Now notice that the slide is after everything right now, and I would want it between central office and the middle school. So I would left click, hold down, drag, and drop that between central office and the middle school. Now, at any point, I can present my presentation and see what it's going to look like. And I have the ability to share with students any resource in the world that I want to show them. I have the table of contents right here that allows me to jump between locations. I can also advance or go backwards in my presentation. So I can turn the table of contents on or off. And as I go through, I will see now I'm going to the middle school after I was at central office and I saw the slide presentation. And now I'm going to go back and I'm going to see the bus transfer line from above. Noticed that the middle school had the information box because I had put the picture and the title right there. If I wanted to put more information, all I have to do is exit the presentation, go back, and at any point I can select the pencil and I can edit that particular location. I can put more information in here. I can put hyperlinks in. I can add additional pictures. I can put a YouTube video in. I can edit this basically in any way that I would like. Once you have a complete tour and you are ready to share the tour with someone, you will need to navigate back to the main screen for your project, and you will click the share button right here. You have 2 options, just like any other Google Doc. You can choose to share this with someone so they can view it, and you have a number of options. You can choose how you would like to do that, whether it's all the way from public or to only those at Greencastle Community Schools. Once you've selected the option you want, you can click save and you can copy the link. Once you click copy link, you can email this, you can post it in Canvas, you can generate a QR code. So this literally allows you to share a tour with anyone at Greencastle Schools. Any student kindergarten through 12 can use this technology. Younger students who have iPads can use the Google Earth app and they can follow a tour that a teacher has created and shared with them via QR code. Older students can use Canvas or they can have it emailed to them and they can use their Chrome browser on their laptops to follow the tour. So this is a resource that is available for everyone K through 12. The other option, of course, is you have the ability to add a co-author or a co-editor. So if you and another teacher, for example, co-teach a class, you can give that teacher editing privileges by typing their name in right here. So if I wanted to add someone, I could type their name in there and then I could select done. But Google Earth for Chrome is an amazing resource that allows you to take your students around the world, and it can be used by anyone in kindergarten through 12th grade. So I would strongly encourage you to check out this great resource. If you have any questions, please let me know.